Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are taking apart the R9 Direct CU2 from Asus, and I'm going to show you why this is a terrible designed card. So, first of all, you notice there are two different types of fans. So this is the one they use up to today on their Strix cards, and this one is some weird ass stuff. So they claim that these inner circles of the fan are not pushing air down onto the cooler, but through the side here, so it comes out of the I/O panel, which clearly doesn't work since it can just come off here and go back into the case. Anyway, we can see we have some heat pipes here and one big ass heat pipe here. This is clearly the thickest one. So I already loosened two screws. Now let's check that out, how this card looks when we take it apart completely. Here you can see it's the Direct CU2 card. The shroud is actually metal, so the build quality seems nice. It also has a backplate made of metal. The two, one 8-pin and a 6-pin power connector. And as far as I can see, yeah, there's the bias switch. Can you see it? Yeah, that's the bias switch. Alright, so as you can see, the backplate is somewhat screwed onto the PCB from the inside, so you can't take that off. The only thing that we can do is remove these 4 screws, which hold the cooler in place. Now let's get this screw out as well. And let's... yeah, you can see it's already loose. Let's take off the PCB. Okay, that's the ribbon cable. And there we go. Alright. So, you can see the thermal paste was applied properly. The whole chip is covered with thermal paste. This is nice to see. However, when we look on the heatsink, there's no copper base plate, but the blank copper heat pipes, and you can see that the outer left one and the outer right one do not touch the GPU at all. So this means this heat pipe and this outer section of the cooler, as well as this heat pipe and this inner section of the cooler, are not heated up and therefore cannot cool anything. So this is a super mega fail design. I mean, they advertise the heat pipes, the 2 fans and the massive heatsink, which it has, but I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2/5 of the cooler isn't working. Okay, so this is a bigger heat pipe, so it's not really 2/5, but a little bit less, since this one is bigger and it touches. But 2 out of 5 heat pipes don't touch the GPU. I mean, Asus, what the hell? The next thing why this cooler is terrible, the VRAM chips, which this card has enough of, has no direct contact to the cooler. So there are no thermal pads that transfer the heat to the cooler, the chips are only cooled by the airflow which comes through the fins, which is already preheated by the GPU heat. One good thing, however, is that they included this VRM heatsink. So the VRMs under this one have this heatsink screwed onto them, and the chokes and everything, it really looks really tidy because this card is made fully automatic, not by humans. That's all who solder stuff onto here, but by machines. So yeah, you can see it's pretty symmetrical, everything. And the VRM also get the hot air which comes through here. The good thing is, as we've learned, this heat pipe isn't hot because it doesn't touch the GPU, so the air that goes onto the VRM is actually cool air from your case. So that's actually, at least in the matter of VRM temperatures, something good. So yeah, why does the GPU why did the GPU pass testing on the major websites? Well, that's because the fans ramp up this so much that the other heat pipes, the other three that touch the GPU, so this, and this, have enough cooling capacity in combination with high RPM on the two fans to cool this GPU. For example, on an open test bench. However, if you have a closed PC case, then you could get into trouble since 2/5 of the cooler isn't working. And that's why people made posts on the internet and different forums. You can read them up, you can Google it. Oh my god, my Asus GPU is hitting 95 degrees. Why is that? I have the aftermarket cooler on that. Well, the cooler was originally designed for NVIDIA 780 or 780 Ti, I don't know. However, the GPU of that NVIDIA card was like very much more squared, so it was wider, not really taller, but wider. So that NVIDIA GPU actually did touch the two outer heat pipes, and Asus cheaped out on this one, did not include a copper shim or anything, a protrusion, and just slapped this cooler onto the AMD card, which resulted in this mess. So anyways, I'm going to apply some new thermal paste on this. I'll be using the thermal compound MX2 from Arctic Cooling. It has a damn good award, yeah, from Hardware Canucks. And I guess that will be enough, since I'll just ramp up the fans to 100%, and I think this card will remain cool enough. But yeah, I'll be trying to put some thermal paste on these things as well. So maybe, no, I think that won't work out. Maybe I can take off some heat from these metal areas on the sides, but I think that won't fit. That's rather these things here. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.